I'm putting this at the beginning. It's not going to be a longer than the whole video intro. Okay? I know better than that. Although that was a badass video. Because I listened to it and I was like, it's on fire. Sometimes you can just communicate, you can just fucking communicate. And with me, I've had to learn how to look at my crazy face. And doing it when you get upset and you're going through grief, that's a bitch, because you have to actually look at your face, and it's part of why you can't shake off the tears. I've gone through that again. There's something really amazing about that, I think, but it's not the point of this. I do walk some of it out in the video I made. This is just the intro to it. But you'll see how, if you use your ability to communicate, or attempting to, or whatever it is that is motivating you towards connection, bringing it back to unity, harmony, whatever you want to call it. Harmony is a big factor in this, because that was one of the questions that I asked. Do I ask Ra? I don't ask Ra. But I got better than Ra answering, so that's an interesting one. You get the same information, same great information from the creator, that I don't have, so I ask and watch the process go. It's easier to have that in your day-to-day life, and it's easier if you know the humor involved in this kind of joke that I got. He's like, I said, do you talk to this person? I'm like, do they talk to you? Do they pray to you? Do you talk to them? God? For lack of a better term. I don't call him God. And it said, yeah. But you're going to laugh when you see who it is that is talking to him. I'm like, okay, let's go. He's like, no, you can't. Just wait a minute, you'll see. I'll show you, just give me a minute. And it was on the TV. I just started hearing all this excitement. I was like, what the fuck? It's on the TV. Jumped right from the table to the TV, and I was like, oh, damn. I was like, that's fucking hilarious, It's not me, it's not mom, it's not anyone around, it's the TV's doing it. I'm sure the little screen one carries around is doing it too, but that's a fucked up joke, because that's not reality. I mean, that's another, it's a picture of somebody's reality, a picture of a show where people are there, but it's just that surface, and that's, narcissism will give you that, just that, a surface interface with a battleground being lost. The fuck? Woof woof. It's Donald Sutherland. Yeah, they have Donald Sutherland. This is me as Donald Sutherland, or the guy that sells insurance for dun 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 dun. Whatever they are, you know who they are. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen one of those, we're doing one of those. Insurance guy. It looks more like him than Donald Sutherland. Maybe it is him. I don't know his name. It's unexpected. Looks like shit though. It looks like a homeless him. Hair's all frizzy. They put an extra set of ears on my ears. They're just glistening. I get that shit. Video number 2. So in the college class, they say that the fourth density clothing will be this stuff. This application that has me put on this factor. This is my clothes for today. And they have suits that are made out of different products. Like walrus, you connect with the walrus, you'll swim with the walrus. Yes, the walrus is not alive. He gave his life to make your slick ass suit. I don't know if they have that yet. I don't know if can we use walrus in this manner? The walrus got the biggest dome of all. Every creature in the world. It's got like a fucking 4-foot cock. What would you do with that? You better, Mrs. Walrus better love you. that's enough of that. It's kind of freaking me out when we go down the line. Seen one of those, did one of those. With Allstate. I don't know if it's Allstate. Where's the fire, though? I have to touch it to be on fire? That'll work. My fire goes from outside my food. It does. How come the skeleton's outside your face? Just relaxing, bro. I got hit with the gamma radiation, man. I got gamma blasted, yo. I was weed eating. And I hit one of those, what do you call it? Tungsten rod? Ukrainian pop. It's glowing, so I picked it up. Rolled it around. Put it in my mouth. I've been burning ever since. Burning face of fire. I went to a little store and got some shit. I have to call the Bachelor's Furniture Company and talk to somebody to see if it's real. It looks like if you play your cards right, you go through the right doors, windows, and pull the right levers in reality, you can get your material arc level, money, toil, situation, paradigm, set. You can almost be automated. You go through it, you go through your quote unquote, what are you doing tonight? You sound like you're allegedly talking about me. Yeah, I guess I am. I don't want to, that's not the way I'm trying to communicate. But I'm having some good experiences during this period of time, but I'm having some difficult ones too because of the interconnectivity is down on some people and it's up and ready to go on with others. And further down the line's already ready with the guys on the pole. Get the hands up. So where's the power? Turn it on. Turn this motherfucker on. Something is like set up, but it's like further ahead in the future. That doesn't make sense. I can't make sense of what I'm trying to articulate. That's the problem with holotropic person. You're trying to bring back into a linear understanding some sort of non-linear knowing. And it's not easy. It jumbles your speech up. You have to, it makes you dyslexic. A lot of different stuff. They have like weird corrective moves. Like if you do there's some sort of like crab walk that if you do it in like some sort of, I don't know what even modality it is to say, you know, if it's yogic or, you know, if it's just a healing technique, but if you do the crab walk a certain way, dyslexia disappears. You know, because it wires the left and right hemisphere correctly. It syncs them up right. You know, because you get this bicameral mind with these two different halves that are coordinating all the way up and down your body. Flip, flop, you know, like that. And it doesn't seem that. When that Kundalini rises, though, you know it because you feel that twisting of your spine. It literally, you feel it. Something's twisting up your spine. It feels like it kind of felt like somebody was grabbing it, but not like a human hand, like some sort of energy that had a hand, that was the hand, was the energy. You feel it twist. It goes up your spine. You don't feel it the whole way when it does it, but I'm sure it may connect. It may take your whole life, maybe different stages. Some people do it somehow and fuck up and release it, burns them up, catches them on fire, they spontaneously combust. There's been a few of those. Very uncommon, but what would cause a person to spontaneously combust? Seriously though, what would cause spontaneous combustion? And the person leaves nothing. There's no ash, there's nothing. They're completely consumed by some sort of fire. They know it happens, it doesn't burn anything else up. It's got to be a different type of fire than biological fire. You got to be careful on those treadmills, people. You start burning calories, you never know what the next calories can bring. It's going to go up, and you're going to go up with it. No chicken maker. No. I talked to the mom of my friend. Let her know the situation, but by doing it, it relaxed me. But I have no interest in any fucking thing when the person tries to communicate with me. I ain't got nothing. I have nothing. I will not relent. But it's just maybe it's necessary for you to sometimes see, somebody going through something. If you're stable and you're there for that point of stability that they may need to occupy and experience themselves, because they could be in the right place to do the wrong thing, and then maybe someone has to be, I don't know. I got a lot of different feelings that are basically just me working out space and experience and time space. It might sound crazy, but it's been a lot of thoughts have been about different points in the environment and what is the difference, or what is possible within a different. There's a lot of places in the yard that you could drive that spike into and pull energy out or have it sucked in, and it works like really good. Like it would be a real necessary thing to do at some point when I figure out which one of them corresponds to the confused gender's mind. Ooh, if I find that spot and I hammer that spike in there, nobody's gonna be interested in doing that anymore. I've seen stuff like that happen before. That's how I realized it was possible. It was something minor, but the first way of figuring out it was internal, external experience bullshit, distortions, was in regards to something I don't remember, but there used to be like either a North Korea or a something else, not North Korea, I don't know what it was, it might have been a different Saddam Hussein, but kind of like a different manifestation of one of those on the board of the world. And it was said, like, if you clean up your own shit, you don't have any skeletons in your closet, and you don't have any, you don't have any baggage or bullshit you ain't cleared, and you do clean that up, the manifestation of it outside will disappear. And I had something I had an internal struggle I could best, and when I did that, I found it did correspond to something that disappeared out of the reality that was out there, and then it wasn't. And I was like, then that's cool. I was like, this is not too bad of a simulation. If this simulation has that capacity just for every human being, that's kind of cool. Because now you can bring that back to, the collective or the whole, because I'm not a collectivist. It's not like that. But I feel that with every other person being a possible other manifestation of the supreme intelligence, that makes that supreme intelligence operable within that collective as far as I'm concerned, and communicatable, which I did see it communicate the other day, and it blew me away. I just told the story to Hugo. I'm not going to go through the story again or nothing like that. I could. Maybe that should be what I do. Alright, I will. I come in here because I can talk in here and talk to the person in there who's watching the screen. Now here's the X factor with the screen, and you'll see what it does. So I'm in here and I said, okay, negative entities. What do we know about negative entities? And it was like, well, they're negative, so they're not going to have any information. And they're going to want it though, right? They're like, yes. There's going to be a want for that, for you to know something, and then there's going to be nothing. You got nothing, but you got nothing. Like, okay, so let's look at the positives. Positive entities. What do we know? Like, give us a positive quality. Harmony. Alright? Harmony. What's harmony consistent of? Let's say the harmony could be different things that are soothing. So it's soothing is part of it, because it is something soothing into, it's not like jumbled mass chaos and noise. Harmony is a home. So whatever's different about it is blending and coming together to a unity, and it's balance is in it. That's a component, in a way. It's just roughly, going from concept to matter, looking at it. So I've got that. All right, that's cool. You see that? So there is information there that's useful. The information is the information that it is. You know, what is light? Well, that's what it is. You see a green light, it's 528 fucking hertz, vibrating, whatever the hell it is. You know, is the air vibrating, or the medium, or the photon? I think they said there's no such a thing as photon. And that actually made sense. I didn't want to say photon, but I don't want to get into that type of a fucking argument. I've never seen one. I don't know any personally, so it's not relevant. Is it good to walk it out like that? I think, yeah, some of the stuff you have to actually walk it back out to where it's you communicating to the world, other, but from the point of trying to also be other and communicator, bridging the gap. That's what I like about this, because that happens, you know. So having that conversation, and then it switched to the TV. I started hearing this person's making me excited, you know, like, oh, cool, wow. And what's on TV? What's on TV? What's on TV is 2 5'1" people on Ninja Warrior or whatever the fuck it was. One had previously been a contestant, and the next one was like a fan. Hadn't met him yet, but somehow got that imprint, and then now they're doing it the same. I don't know how you can be teamed. I don't know nothing about the show. I don't give a fuck. It's not the point. They were elated by it. They were getting that. They were getting that. I was like, did you see how it went from just that conversation with who are you talking to? Are you crazy? I was like, so the information that's there is there. It communicated, and when I asked it, I said, I was like, do you talk to her? I was like, do you talk to her? And it's like, yeah, but you're gonna laugh when I tell you who it is. I'm like, well, I mean, he's like, but wait for it though. Wait, you'll see. I'm gonna show you who it is that's talking when it's me to her. I was like, and so I'm excited to find out what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? The TV happens. It was that show. And it's, you know, everything about it is like she was locked in on it. It was like everything it was all the numbers, you know. 5'1" was somehow significant to her. She's not 5'1", I don't think. She's taller than that. But I mean, see, I'm disengaged from that process though. I can say, you know, I don't know. Those things were important to that person. And that's part of the reason why I think they're fucking up. Because when I say, don't tell me about a bunch of people and shit I don't know. If I don't know them, don't do it, because I have to relive all this weird ass shit the next day. It's not good for me, and it can just be you. If you need to tell a secondhand story, go ahead, but don't tell me and plug in all the fucking data points of someone else's existence like it's your job to do it. You're gossipy then, and it doesn't. You're spreading gossip, and I don't want to be a part of that. I mean, you should actively pursue not doing that in your daily life. It's not relevant. Don't put anybody else's shit out there. It's not your fucking place to do that. Just because, you know, and the dark side counts on you doing that. You know, so do the snitches and the fucking Justice Network, whatever you want to call it. You know, but in the deeper level is what I'm talking about. You know, there's a reason to do those things because there is rights to be wrong. I'm not at odds with that. It's true. There needs to be people that do those jobs. But what I'm saying is, there's a lower level of just monster, minion, slave, and peon, you know, and that's not your job. You don't want to be that. And how do you separate yourself from that but not fucking lose the awareness of the all? Well, I mean, that's how it happened for me in that moment. But the next day when I was like, well, wait a minute, hold on. Like, you don't remember none of that? See, the person can't, there's no memory. The dark side connected, got all the information. The next day it's white. Person doesn't know any of that. When I said, you don't remember that? What happened with the TV? Yeah, but what does it mean? What does that mean? Why is that relevant? I was like, I was like, all right, okay. And then I saw the disconnect. You know, because I was told the fucking crazy psychopath just talks to yourself. It's like, really? I was like, well then, how the fuck can I ask Creator or whatever the fuck is worth talking to these questions that are necessary for you to know, and then have that happen, where it just went onto the TV, and then like that's how the Creator's talking to that one, very specifically through the screen. That, which, you know, maybe because I asked, who does she think? Who did, she doesn't know. She doesn't know the creator. She doesn't know that it's talking, it's communicating. That the show is not even relevant. You know? But maybe it bloats up the world in a different way. They're not here. They're not here. They jammed all their stuff in here. The dogs, I didn't hear them when I left. And I have not give a fuck at all. Except I gotta go out there for my birds. And I'm like way late, but I went to the store. I know that they had food and they're not gonna die. And they have water because I gave them a whole thing of it fresh. But they'll step in it with their piss and shitty feet. Which I have no idea what the fuck animals doing that for. You know, foxes are the worst. They'll pee right in their water when you give them water, they say. I just don't understand that at all. Somebody, why would you do that? You know, maybe they have to just drink from a running stream. I don't fucking know. If you can't put water down and not have a fox piss in it, I don't know. I wouldn't want piss in it. I am gonna love this show. With a heart, because they have a heart. I see the heart thing's gone, which troubles me greatly because how do I heart this? There's a heart. It disappeared on something, but I was like, well, that's weird. Where's it at? It was gone. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Anyway, it's video 2, and that's probably the last one. I got shit to do. This is the evolution of the Fritz. Evolution of the Fritz. Do you watch TV? I mean, do you watch Dark Lore or Lore of the Fritz? Going out on dates.